G'day and welcome to episode 78. In the last episode we made our way north through the deserts and heat, camping by ancient forts, being invaded by camels and making some new friends. In this episode we turn south and head into our final Stan country, Turkmenistan, crossing the country to the capital Ashgabat.
So we're now in Turkmenistan in Urgent, which is the first town to the south of the border. The border crossing went really smooth. All the guys there were really friendly, really helpful, like filling out the forms, everything. They couldn't help us more. And then, there was only one downfall though, which was the banker who you have to pay your visa fee to. On top of the visa fee, he then added like a registration fee, and anyway, it worked out being like $30 more expensive than like on top of what the visa costs. So we could explain $6 of that, but then the rest he just said that's what the fee is. So yeah, we tried to get around it, but they just said, look, this guy makes his own rules. So that was a bit of a shame. But other than that, it was a good experience. It was a really easy border. But anyway, we've just come into town to the market. I'm exchanging $30 into manat, and then we're going to go and fill the car up, which apparently I worked it out, it's going to cost about $15 to fill up both tanks, which is like the cheapest fill up we've ever done. So yeah, it's going to be good. So we got the money exchanged for a little bit better rate than what I was expecting. I think it was about $1 to 19 manat. We're just going to get some more fruit and veg now, and then go get some diesel. It's been a while.
So I know this will make a lot of people jealous at home, but we just put 138 litres in.
158.
158, sorry, for $11.
That is so cheap.
Which is actually good too, because I think I mentioned the other day that there's no fuel in. Oh, there is diesel in Uzbek, but it's not.
It's all black market.
Yeah, it's all black market. So. Yeah, and I think it's this is good, but it's only going to get better. So Iran is probably another 4 cents a litre cheaper there. Happy days. Makes up for the cost for actually entering this country is quite extortionate. So when you get diesel, two full tanks like that,
it all balances out.
This massive open-air barbecue is the Darvaza gas crater, otherwise known as the doorway to hell. The crater was formed in 1971 when a group of Soviet geologists punched through a natural gas pocket while drilling for oil. No one was injured, though the ground subsided, taking their equipment with it. To combat the environmental issues caused by the leaking methane, the team lit the gas in the hope it would burn off. 50 years later, it's still going strong, and it's unknown how much longer it could burn for.
Good morning, everybody. This is where we camped last night. Right next to the Darvaza fire crater. Yesterday the timing worked out perfect. When we got here, it was like after spending this couple of hours at the border and then the drive here, which is almost 250 kilometers. We got here like just after 9 o'clock, but it only had just gone dark, so yeah, the daylight hours here are pretty good. It's actually just after 5 now and the sun's probably going to come up in about 20 minutes or so. But yeah, it's been light for a while. But yeah, this place is awesome. It's you can just stare at it for ages. It's really cool. Oh, buddy. Hello, you are big. You're a big dog. Oh, that was my foot.
It's okay, He's gonna jump me.
Yeah, he's huge. Look at his feet. Aww, hello. Hello. You're a big sook, aren't you? Oh, you are a softie, hey? So we're heading off now for Ashgabat, which is the capital of Turkmenistan. It's about 270 kilometers away from here. We're only spending one night there, and then tomorrow we're crossing over to Iran. So with Turkmenistan, we have a 5-day transit visa, and with that you have to specify which border you enter and which border you exit, and then you can only go via those borders. And
they give you a GPS tracker, which I'll show you later.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that yesterday.
Which I actually don't mind. I mean, we've been to China and Myanmar where you have to pay extortionate amounts of money to have a guide so they make sure you go in the right places. And these guys just give you...
It's $10 for the deposit.
$15 refundable GPS tracker, which you just put in your car and then you give it back to them at the other end. But I've never had anybody having problems with it. But it's actually funny because when we left the border checkpoint the other day, we actually accidentally picked up one too many of the forms. One was supposed to stay with them, and we drove away, and we're probably about 40 kilometers away, and then one of the customs guys just showed up. So they knew exactly where we were. I didn't know if it was just a bit of a facade, but evidently it works. Because they didn't tell us to plug it in or anything, they just gave it to us.
Yeah. So yeah, with that visa, like because we can only stay on the one road, we picked these two entry and exit points just because the crater is on this route. Apart from that though, there's not really a great deal to see, so we are leaving the country tomorrow. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. That's where we're at. This is a fun track out actually, back to the main road.
There's a track next to it, but
Mark's just having a bit of fun.
the sand's a lot softer and more fun.
Yeah. I completely forgot there was another crater nearby. I think there's another 2 actually, but we almost drove past it. But anyway, this is another one. It's not on fire. And it's really beautiful. We've just arrived in Ashgabat and we've parked the troopy at a hotel which does, it's kind of weird, they do like it's completely free parking and it's a really nice hotel. I feel a little bit out of place there. So yeah, we've come up the road just like a couple hundred meters to get some lunch and hopefully find somewhere nice and cool to sit because it's pretty warm. It's nice, but it's very warm in the sun. What's for lunch?
We have shashlik with some bread and piva. This is piva. It's actually quite good.
That's like,
I don't actually know where it's from.
it's like 40 cents. I think it might be local. So this is the parking where we're staying tonight. It's really convenient, and I'm pretty blown away that it's free actually. It's really nice at this hotel. They're doing that for other Overlanders. There's actually 2 other Overlander trucks here, and I just went shopping. And one thing before we leave Central Asia, I wanted to tell you all how happy I've been with it, is that the condiments come in these little squeezy tubes. So from a camping perspective, they've been awesome because they don't take up much room in the pantry. And obviously once you use them, you can roll them up like a tube of toothpaste. So it's been awesome. So I just went and got some more tomato sauce. And then Mark's just working on the car. What are you doing?
Placing latches again.
Yeah.
So the road's the first like 80 k's from the border at the other side. That was a pretty bad road. So the potholes were like the size of cars, and we actually hit a few of them. And I think they're just the twist in the body caused both buckles to snap. So just doing my little fencing wire trick now. I'm going to do a little bit of a different design this time to put more like allowance for lateral movement in it. But I think like I'm gonna have to do something more serious. So I might, when we get to Iran, there's a guy with a workshop there. So I'll see if he can get some like maybe 3mm bar welded up into a bit of a rectangle. So hopefully that might be a bit stronger. But it's either that, or I thought a bit of like a high tensile stainless cable or something. But we've got a few other options I need to look at. But this is me for this afternoon.
Fun.
Yeah, they do have a pool here though, so I'm going to go for a dip after the 4,000 kids jump out. Might be a bit warm afterwards.
Oh, gross. Mark's just doing a couple of last minute checks before we head off. So yeah, we're just going straight to the border, which is, I think it's about 30 kilometers away, but the GPS is saying that it's 257, which, yeah, a bit of a maps me adventure that we're not going to follow. And yeah, hopefully the process goes pretty smooth, so we're not there for too long and we can hit the road in Iran. I've got my headscarf ready for when we get there. But yeah, ready?
Ready.
Alright, let's go.
That city was crazy. I don't think I've ever been to such a polished, sort of futuristic utopian city anywhere. It reminded me a bit of a movie called In Time. Yeah, it's just everything's white. The streets are there's no dust or dirt anywhere. It's just immaculate. And surprisingly, not that many people. I don't know if that's normal or it's just because it's hot at the moment, but yeah, it's like. Yeah, it's like nothing I've ever seen before.
And everything, like all the cars are white there.
Everything's white. Absolutely everything.
It's the president's favourite colour.
It's the president's favourite colour apparently. So buildings are white, cars are white. Not that it matters for Overlanders, but yeah, it's an interesting place.
Yeah.
People are super friendly though. That's it for our quick trip across Turkmenistan. Catch the next one for our final border crossing for now. Thanks for watching. See ya.